Hello and welcome to a new lesson, Definitions of Corpus Linguistics by M. Wynne, John Sinclair and S.T. Gries. Let's discuss each one of the definitions in detail. Number 1. Definition of Corpus Linguistics as given by M. Wynne, and he explains, Corpus Linguistics is a collection of texts, is a group of texts which have been selected. So here are the 2 points to keep in mind. You have a collection of text, and those collections of text must be selected, must have criteria to be chosen and brought together so that language can be studied on the computer. What we find is that, number 1, corpus linguistics refers to a collection of text. Those collection of text must be selected, that is to say the best one, not like any other sentence or any other aspect of language you can just include into, then bring them together so that language can be studied on the computer. We have the second definition of corpus linguistics given by John Sinclair. And what he says is that corpus is a collection of pieces of language text, like collection of texts, in electronic form, not in the manual form, selected according to external criteria to represent. And of course here also we select the best of the examples of the language. According to external criteria here refers to what people normally look for information, data about language. As far as possible, a language or language variety as a source of data for linguistic research. So according to John Sinclair, corpus is a collection of pieces of language text. It is stored in electronic form. Information or data is selected according to external criteria. And what is the external criteria? It is how people look for information regarding the language. Accordingly, we store information in electronic format. And what we store in electronic format is about language, or it may be about language variety. And this becomes a source of data for linguistic research. That is the point here. We now move on to the next third definition of corpus linguistics given by S.T. Gries. And what he says is that corpus refers to a machine-readable collection of spoken or written texts. So number 1, a corpus, it must be machine-readable. When we say machine-readable, it refers to computer. And collection of text. And collection of text, he defines, includes both spoken and written materials. Okay? That were produced in a natural communicative setting. And all those spoken or written materials must be produced, must be generated in a natural communicative setting. When we say natural communicative setting, it is opposed to computerized environment, because we can create so many things with the help of computer. The computer can generate a lot of spoken and written materials, written texts. But here what we try to understand is that a corpus must be machine readable, but it must not be created. The text must not be created by the machine. The spoken form must not be generated by the machine. The written form must not be created by the machine. It should be communicated by the real life human texts or real life experiences produced by humans, like those of great writers, like those of great poets and thinkers. They have written a lot about so many things in a number of ways, in a number of styles, in their own different settings, through their own experiences they have looked at the life. So that should be considered as natural communicative setting. We have further point, and in which the collection of text is compiled with the intention. So how do we collect the texts? We have the intention. What is the intention? What is the purpose? What is the goal to collect texts in corpora? The first one is to be representative and balanced with respect to a particular linguistic language. We should have the intention of collecting those texts as to be representative. At the same time, they should be balanced as far as a particular linguistic language, means particular language is concerned, or variety of language is concerned, or register of language is concerned, or particular genre of literature of language is concerned. And the second point is to be analyzed linguistically And why do we do so? Because we want to analyze them linguistically. So basically, this is the idea about corpus linguistics. Now, let's review the definitions of corpus linguistics given by all these three important writers. As we said, Wynne, he defines corpus linguistics as a collection of texts which have been selected and brought together so that language can be studied on the computer. We have the second definition given by John Sinclair, and he states a corpus is a collection of pieces of language text in electronic form selected according to external criteria to represent as far as possible a language or language variety as a source of data for linguistic research. And we have the third one, Gries. What he explains is that a corpus refers to a machine-readable collection of spoken or written texts that were produced in a natural communicative setting and in which the collection of texts is compiled with the intention to be representative and balanced with respect to particular linguistic language, variety, register or genre, and second, to be analyzed linguistically. These are the three most representative definitions of corpus linguistics. Hope you understand the concept. Thank you and goodbye.